Move to approve a proclamation recognizing the retirement of Susan Bellotti. Whereas the Board of El Paso County Commissioners regretfully acknowledges the retirement of Susan Bellotti, who has faithfully served El Paso County, most recently in financial services, for more than 24 years. And whereas Ms. Bellotti began her career in 1993 as an account clerk 3 in DHS and was transferred to income maintenance technician 2 in 1995. And whereas she was promoted to business office supervisor in 1993. And whereas Ms. Bellotti worked very hard on her education while continuing to work by achieving a Bachelor of Science in Accounting in 1999 and a master's degree in nonprofit management in 2002. And whereas she was a member of CBMS implementation team in 2004, which was recognized for teamwork. And whereas Ms. Bellotti was promoted to DHS Manager of Budget and Fiscal Operations in 2005, received the DHS Employee of the Quarter Award for the second quarter of 2008, and whereas Ms. Bellotti was promoted to the Health and Human Services Accounting Manager in 2010. Initially, she was responsible for the DHS accounting team and then was subsequently assigned the Public Health Accounting team, and whereas she served on the Finance Sub-PAC from 1999 to 2015. Further, she was a member of the Colorado Welfare Fraud Council, SSTABS, Social Services Technical and Business Staff, and CGHSFOA, Colorado Government Human Service Financial Officers Association, for multiple years. And whereas Ms. Bellotti served on the CGHSFOA board from 2013 until 2015 and received the Dave Brown Memorial Award from the Colorado Government Human Service Financial Officers Association for recognition of outstanding service in 2014. And whereas Ms. Bellotti is an invaluable asset to financial services, her DHS knowledge is superior and her strong work ethic has been a tremendous resource to the county for numerous years. Ms. Bellotti's contributions will be greatly missed. Now, therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, hereby recognizes and commends Susan Bellotti for her 24.5 years of outstanding service and dedication to the El Paso County Department of Human Services. Done this 21st day of June 2018 at Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado. Darrell Glenn, President. Mark Waller, President Pro Tem. Stan Vanderwerth, Lojinos Gonzalez, Peggy Littleton, members. Attested to by Chuck Borman, County Clerk and Recorder.
Second.
And would you please come up so that we could congratulate you properly?
Can we get the portable mic?
Oh.
Do we have that?
Ms. Bellotti, we can bring the portable mic down here for you if you'd prefer. Are you okay? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. I want to thank you very much. It's been an honor and a privilege to work for El Paso County. When DHS hired me in November of 1993, it was truly an answer to prayer, and I've been thankful for my job with the county ever since. I'm thankful to God for my life, for my family, and for my career. And I just want you commissioners to know that I'm thankful to El Paso County for providing a workplace environment of opportunities, support, and encouragement. I've appreciated these opportunities for promotion and to further my education. I'm thankful for quality directors and managers who have treated me with dignity and respect, especially Elaine Johnson, who put up with me for the longest, 8 years. Nicholas Sapp, Sherry Cassidy, Nikki Simmons, and Debbie Perry. I'm thankful for my current manager, Debbie Perry, who has made me feel valued and needed during these last few years, despite my increasing challenges with my physical disabilities. I'm thankful for my husband, Richard, who has helped me to meet my goal of working until age 62, even though it was hard for him to see me struggling some days, and he wanted me to retire a few years ago. And most of all, I'm thankful for the outstanding employees who have worked for me over the years. I apologize for the mistakes I've made, and I thank you for the work that you do every day. You are the spirit and the backbone of El Paso County. I'm very proud of each of you for the work you have done and that you do, and to have worked with you. Thank you all very much.
Keep going. Is there anybody else that wants to address? Come on. Come on, all you shy people, come on down.
Good morning, Commissioners, and thanks for the opportunity to recognize Susan Bellotti this morning. I'm Elaine Johnson, and I brought my Kleenex, just in case. When I came to the county in 2003, Susan had already been here 10 years. So she was my right arm. She helped me learn so much about DHS from many, many aspects. I also learned very early on that Susan was honest, ethical, respectful, caring, and compassionate. She was a wonderful supervisor to her employees, and she was a wonderful communicator. Now, Susan, you could document and write more than I could even think at times. And it was so clear and so appropriate each time, no matter what it was. But what I really remember were the fun times that we had traveling together to Denver, because in those days, those allocation committee meetings and FOG meetings, finance officers group meetings, were not online. And the call-in was less than perfect. So we made the trips. We made lots of trips. And we had chances to visit and learn more. But very special times when we learned that the statewide accounting conference, well, Susan knew this, but I was the new kid. And I'm thinking, okay, this is how this conference is put on. It moved from one county to the next every year. They didn't have any kind of structure to the finance officers group other than meeting in Denver once a month and sharing the load among the 10 largest counties to put on this conference. So Susan and I kind of talked and put our heads together, and she drafted and we worked together and developed the Colorado Government Human Services Finance Officers Association. Susan did a lot of the legwork and rarely took the credit. So she's been a tremendous employee, and we owe her a ton of gratitude. And I love you, Susan.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nikki Simmons, County Controller. I have had the pleasure of working with Susan for the last 5 years, and she is the epitome of what you look for in a public servant. She is one of the most conscientious, dedicated employees I have ever had the opportunity to work with. Susan, you have helped me understand my job so much better and have been a wealth of knowledge for DHS and public health. And I just have to share, the auditors, obviously, you know, I work with the auditors almost on a daily basis. They have the utmost faith in Susan and the numbers that she puts out, and ensuring that we use our taxpayer funds to the best of our ability. She understands, her and Elaine understand DHS funding more than I could ever begin to. And we are really going to miss you. We have some big shoes to fill without her. And I wish you all of the best in your retirement. And I'm sad to see you go, but I'm excited for you and your next adventures. Congratulations.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Debbie Perry. Very sad to see Susan. It's been an honor, Susan. I have a speech written, but I'm not going to make it.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for letting me come up here and say my piece to Susan. I'm sorry if I don't look at you. I just can't right now. And I prepared a speech. So, patience, understanding, compassion. These three words come to mind immediately when I think of Susan Bellotti. Get through the first sentence? Got it. Okay. And in my experience, before coming to the county, none of these attributes would ever be expressed by my previous leadership. Not that it was bad, but there was definitely a lot more pressure to perform in high-stress environments and to demonstrate an above-average capacity for making fast decisions. Those decisions could mean disaster if they were made incorrectly. So, of course, when I came here, I was wound pretty tight. The pace that Susan operated at was much calmer, an even pace level. I was actually really taken aback by the huge difference in leadership that I adjusted my pace to meet hers. Oh, goodness. The level of detail and care needed to operate in DHS accounting is so critical that the 23 years plus service that she's had set a pace and a standard of quality that was easy to follow. And her way of addressing matters and discussions were carefully considered, making sure that all the steps and processes would cover the state and federal requirements, as well as the people in different sections of DHS and finance would be well informed on how this would affect their processes and procedures. Susan has a way of making your priorities important to her as well. I've never had a supervisor that really showed the compassion and the empathy at the level she has showed me. I felt empowered to ask questions, motivated to improve processes, confident to delve into new tasks and assignments, and competent to meet my deadlines. I still remember the first conversation we had on my first day of work. She had me sit in her office and welcome me to the team. She told me not to worry about making mistakes because everything that we did could be undone. She wanted me to focus on quality and accurate work, but that statement made me feel comfortable that the decisions and work done daily would have that guidance and support to correct any mistakes and issues that we find. I know things happen for a reason, and I'm eternally grateful for everything Susan has taught me. She came into my life at the perfect time and has taught me so much. I can only hope to continue with all the great attributes she showed me in my future workings with my team and my future advancement in the county. Susan will be greatly missed here, but I wish you all the best on this new part of your life. You've worked so hard, and you deserve all the wonderful things that retirement brings. Thank you.
Hi, me again. I know, I was just here. We were just chatting, and we wanted to bring up one more thing. We wanted to wish you today a big happy birthday. So, and she's retiring on her birthday. So,
Yes. Yeah, that's what to do. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Good morning. We'll see if I can get through this. Sometimes in our lives, we meet very special people who you will never forget. And Susan is one of those. You have worn many hats at the county and have had to deal with a lot of changes, like new computer software, CBMS, moving 5 times, changes with state rules and regulations, sometimes new accounting methods, and new employees, but you always had a wonderful attitude towards everything. To me, you have been an exceptional leader, mentor, and I'm very proud to have had the opportunity to have worked under you like many others.
Thank
Good morning, Commissioners. Hi, Susan. My name is Shawn Nielsen, and I'm the Fraud Prevention and Investigation Supervisor. And I've worked with Susan for 12 years now. That's over half of my 20-year chunk here at the county. And I'll be short and sweet because I don't know how I'm going to do, but I just wanted to say thank you for everything you have done. Thank you for all the opportunities, and you will be missed.
Thank you, Shawn.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
I got all your flowers up there, and I'm going to fall coming down with them.
Thank you.
Morning, Commissioners. Shauna Huffmaster. I'm now with Facilities, but just went over there from Budget, where I've been for about 15 and a half years. And I've known Susan for a while now, but really only got to work with her for about the last 4 years. And I just want to say you are very special, very kind, and you have a lot of information and knowledge that you're taking with you. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you and to learn from you. And we all appreciate everything you do, and you will be missed.
Thank you, Shawn. Thank you so much.
Morning, Commissioner. Sherry Cassidy, CFO. I've worked with Susan since, I can't remember what year it was we consolidated, but when the DHS finance came over and we consolidated with county finance, I was the finance manager at the time. And we couldn't have done it without Susan being there. She had so much knowledge of all of the DHS finances, and I knew that I was just able to leave it all to her, let her keep the DHS side of it running, and then I can continue to run everything else. I wish her luck in her new part of her life coming up, and we'll really miss her.
Thanks, Sherry. Thank you, everyone, very much.
Hi, I'm Samantha Momini, and I just wanted to say thank you, Susan, because you're always the one that we call. I work with DHS, and I have for the past 4 years, and there's a question, can we do this? How can we do this? How do I make this work? We call Susan and ask, and we sit there and we talk, and thank you for answering my 50 million questions that I always have, and thank you, and we appreciate it. We'll definitely miss you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. It's your
Thank
chance
you
for a
all very
rebuttal
much.
if you want. It's unbelievable. Okay, I'll bring it back up here, Commissioners. Commissioner Gonzalez, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I just wanted to thank you again for all your hard work, dedication, and years in service to the county and your coworkers. I'll be really honest. I've done a lot of these retirements, and in the military, I've done so many others, and your short and caring speech was one of the best I've heard. And it's very clear from these people that you are much loved. And I don't know you that well, but I mean, just hearing this is just so touching. And I want to thank my employees, our employees, I'm sorry. This community, man, that love is coming through today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Commissioner Littleton.
Thank you. Susan, thank you for your service to El Paso County. And I know that you have a lot of years ahead of you yet to go do the things that you've been hoping and dreaming to go do. Looks like you have some grandchildren here maybe with you this morning. We're glad to have you guys with us. If you want to stand up, we'll recognize you real quick, your family with you. So come on, stand up.
Yes.
Say hi. Well, Susan, it's evident from the testimonies we've heard this morning that you are a compassionate coworker. You're a magnificent mentor and will be greatly missed. I think you made coming to work fun, and you made it something. I mean, if people can get up in the morning and they say, I don't have to go to work, but I get to go to work, that's the most important thing in life. And so somebody's going to have some big shoes to fill when you're gone. So thank you for your service.
Well said. Commissioner Waller.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, I'd say to echo Commissioner Gonzalez and Littleton here, I think one of the great measures of how well somebody does in their work and what their productivity is how their colleagues and the folks that work with them and for them regard them. And obviously, you had a tremendous impact, not just in one area, but it sounds like across many areas in our county. So thank you for all of your great service to us and all the great mentoring that you provided along the way.
Yeah, I too want to thank you for your hard work, your dedication, closing this chapter, but starting another one. And I think the productivity is going to dip a little bit. Everybody seems to be a little sad, but that's okay. We can celebrate a great career and a tremendous future. So thank you so much for your dedication. So why don't we approve this, and then we'll stand in recess and take a picture. But I'll call the roll. Commissioner Littleton?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Waller?
Aye.
President votes aye. That passes unanimously with Commissioner Vanderwerth excused. Thank you very much. We'll stand in recess.